And then the next day, he's like, yeah, maybe your kid will have $2 instead of 30 because prices are going up. Like,
right.
I can't. It's just like with the base where it's like, art of the deal, this is going to be great for American manufacturers. When the tariffs are on, this is going to be great for American workers. When they're off, art of the deal.
Right.
You just go back, forth, back, forth, back, forth. I've never seen such a schizophrenic movement. And now you got Hanania saying he thinks when Trump is gone, there might actually be a religion that's built around Trump, like an actual religion. And I don't, how can that not be the case when we have, right now it's 39% of the population, it will go lower, but 39% of the population that sees all of this and they're like, that's my guy.
Yeah.
I don't get it. You literally have to turn off the part of your brain that deals in logic and reason.
Well, I mean, you and I both covered that focus group of MAGA voters where Frank Luntz was like, your 401ks are going down, the stock market is tanking, and they're like, we're good with it. There's a plan.
We need a correction. That's
we
what they
needed
said.
a correction.
Which, of course, is exactly what they would say under a Democratic president if the market went down. They say the same thing.
Yeah.
We needed a correction. It's fine.
Yeah, and one of them was like, oh, I'm doing better under Trump than I did under Biden. I mean, I think you made the point, like, maybe he's invested in gold, but that's
the only
about
thing.
it.
That's literally the only thing is if you only had gold, that would be the case.
But yeah, the level of just trust the plan. That's the whole thing, is just trust the plan. And even if it's making me poor, and even if my kids aren't going to have toys on Christmas, and even if my 401k is in the tank, like, they've gotten, this certain group has gotten to a point where it really doesn't matter. They are just in. And I will say, somebody was making the point that even like at the...
Trust the plan is complete and utter cope. Trust the plan, the Trump supporters say. With respect to Kyle's point on a Trump religion emerging, and I think he said Richard Hanania, yeah, that is going to happen. Either that, or after Trump's gone, they will find someone else. It's an interesting question. Like, will they find someone else to just be super devoted to, someone who carries on Trumpism, perhaps even better? You know, so yeah, obviously people will worship him when he's gone because he'll seem better when he's gone because he won't be out there making a fool of himself every day and just saying horrific, incendiary things. So it will actually be arguably better to support him since he'd be dead. You know, he'd not be there to tarnish his own reputation with his stupid statements. But then also they might cling on to someone like J.D. Vance or just some MAGA type who seems like totally unobjectionable in the eyes of Trump, you know, someone who Trump would endorse or Trump did endorse perhaps at some point. They'll be like, oh yeah, this is a person, you know, because there could be someone who's more Trumpy than Trump. It's totally possible. You know, the MAGA base does split on some issues with Trump in some weird ways. Like he bragged about the vaccine, you know, and they don't really like that. He got booed at his own rally for that. So it's possible that someone comes along and says, yeah, no, vaccines were never a good idea. Or there's someone who triggers the left even more. And there are people on the right, the far right, in the Republican Party who upset the left more than Trump upsets them. Trump obviously is very upsetting to the left, but there are people who are more extreme than that, who are more disturbing than that. Trump just happens to be the most high-profile one, you could say. And that's why he's notoriously, you know, the left triggerer, the lib triggerer, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, they galvanize around people who are super, super upsetting to the left. That seems to be the principle. So someone could easily come along who's like that, you know, and they'll be like, oh yeah, this person's great, you know. I don't just support them because I want to piss off the left. I support them because whatever, low prices, no wars, secure border, or whatever, you know, they'll make that stuff up. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments below about a Trump religion emerging. Like, comment, or subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching. This has been the Morris the Merrier, and I look forward to speaking to you in my next video.